My name is Jing Han. I'm the director of the Institute for Australian and Chinese Arts and Culture at Western Sydney University. I acknowledge that we are sitting on the land of the Darug people of the Darug Nation and acknowledge their ancestors having been the traditional owners of their land for the thousands of years. And we would like to pay our respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. Today, we are very pleased to have this opportunity to record this candid quiz with the artist Christina Huynh. Hello, Christina.
Hello.
Nice to have you. It's great. So all these are fun questions, so it's up to you how you answer. And let's start with the first question. What is your Chinese zodiac sign?
My Chinese zodiac is the horse.
Let me calculate. I think you are 25, right?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. That is the Chinese way of asking how old people are and without asking. So that's very good. Next question. When did you decide to be an artist? A, the moment I was born. B, when I failed my maths. C, when I could stand up for myself. D, when I realized I had a talent. E, when the other option was to be a medical doctor. F, other, please specify.
It would probably have to be D, when I realized I had talent. Yeah.
Well, how did you know you had talent?
I think growing up, I was always drawing throughout school. I was doing just really enjoying art, and I suppose the more that the more projects I finished and the more things that I did that I didn't think that I could do previously kind of just instilled that the want for staying and pursuing art.
Well, art does require talent, that's for sure. So it's good that you realized so early on. And the next question is, why did you choose to be an artist? A, to be starving. B, to become famous. C, to live an interesting life. D, to find an escape in the art world. E, I had no other choice.
It'd have to be C, to live an interesting life, and D, to not really find an escape, but just a good way to switch off. Like I found in my early years when I was doodling a lot, when we were on travels and stuff, I'd always find a lot of peace and solace in sketching and doodling, and
yeah, it is quite enjoyable doing that, and living an interesting life. That's a very good choice. Next question, what was the biggest obstacle or pressure in your path of becoming an artist? A, your parents and family expectations. B, financial concerns. C, societal pressure and measure of success. D, doubt of your own talent. E, lack of support to and appreciation of young artists.
It'd have to be C, societal pressure and measure of success. I think that, going into this kind of work or putting something that's so close to you out in for everyone to see, it can be quite hard to separate yourself from your art. So there's a big sort of fear of failure in that sense, or pressure to succeed, if that makes sense.
Oh, make perfect sense. And I can't agree with you more. And I think, to be an artist requires a lot of courage. As you said, you expose yourself. And also for art, there is actually no one standard, no one measure, so that's also very subjective in many ways. So everyone has an opinion. So everyone has only opinion about your being an artist and about your artwork. It's tough. So and I admire people like you have such a courage and to pursue your artistic journey. Next question, what is the most common response from people when you tell them you're an artist? A, really? B, that's very nice. C, lucky you. D, can you make a living by creating art? E, so you're your own boss.
So it'd have to be a combination of A, really, D, D and E. So you can make a living for yourself, and also you are your own boss. It's usually a combination of those three. Yeah.
That's right. What do you see like when people say that's very nice? Is that like ambiguous?
I mean, I haven't had a lot of people say that's really nice. It's more kind of between surprise and almost not. It's not that people don't believe, but I suppose, yeah, I think a big thing with being an artist is, yeah, being able to like support yourself like financially, and yeah, whether you can make a living out of art in this day and age.
I think especially for you, because you're doing a lot of gigantic murals, and you know, small and fragile as you are as a girl, the looks, and then that I would be surprised as well. Wow, you know, this is art you create. And I think that's always a surprise if you see your artist really. Yes. Next question, who are your loyal supporters? A, your family. B, fellow artists. C, art lovers. D, gallery owners. E, none of the above.
It would be A, family, and C, is it C, art lovers, or is that?
Yes, C, art lovers.
Probably, yeah, C, art lovers, and yeah, that are really just they become friends after a while.
Yeah, I mean, so good to have support from family, I mean, especially with Asian backgrounds, parents or migrants. You know, parents are really concerned about your financial job security. They would always want you to have a secure job than being an artist. So having support from your family, it means a lot.
Yeah, it's huge.
Next question, who has had the biggest influence in your life?
My mum, definitely my mum. Yeah, she's just been very supportive since day dot. You know, she never kind of steered me away from art. She's just with actually me and all my sisters. You know, she's always encouraged that we just, you know, that it like we can pursue anything that we want as long as we yeah, as long as we work hard and we like give our best. That's all she says. So she's just been like, she's been my rock.
I met your mom, you know, I can see that, and you and the mom are very close, and she's such an open-minded and a warm person. So yeah, it's such a good thing. And I'm mom myself, so it's such a good thing that a daughter would say their mom is their biggest influence. It's beautiful. I'm sure your mom would be delighted to hear that. The next question is, name one artist who you admire the most and tell us why.
One artist that I admire would be Sean Tan, who is a children's book illustrator. Oh, he's an author and illustrator, but he makes picture books, and his work is just is a mesh between, it's very like melancholy, but it's also just so beautiful. And I also love Hayao Miyazaki, who's like the founder director of Studio Ghibli. Yeah, I love Hayao Miyazaki.
Well, you know, we also said in our bio on the show that you are also a children's book illustrator. So yeah, and a very good one too. So no wonder, you know. Next question, which artist do you find the most inspiring in Australia? A, 官尾 B 官尾 C 官尾 D 官尾 E other please name
Well, yeah, I mean, I love Guanwei's work, and it is a huge honor to be a part of like cultural cartography. And but yeah, it would definitely be a combination of all of the above, including my previous answer, Sean Tan, who's also an Australian picture book illustrator / author.
Yes, you get a lot of inspiration from what he does and what he has achieved. Yeah, it's really nice. Next question is, on average, how long does it take you to create an artwork? A week, B, a month, C, half a year, D, a year, E, other, please specify.
It usually takes about, for smaller works, a week, and then for larger projects like a large scale mural, it can take anywhere from 2 to 3 to 4 weeks. 2 to 4 weeks. Yeah.
Depends how large it is, I suppose.
How large and detailed, yeah.
Yeah, because just the sheer quantity or the size of it, will make a difference. Yeah, I mean, for you, the range is huge. Yeah, exactly. It's very interesting. The next question is also related to art. Which colors do you use the most often and why?
So I use a lot of earthy tones. I use a lot of greens, the creams, and I also use a lot of blue too, a lot of dark sky. I don't know, I think that I just sort of gravitate toward like the earthier, less colorful colors. Well, less saturated colors.
Yeah.
I'm trying to at least.
Well, I can see that in your murals. I mean, they're all quite natural color. I mean, not like bright, but they're beautiful. They reflect on nature. So it's really beautiful. The next question is, what do you do when you experience an artist block? A, have a few drinks. B, have a break or read a book. C, start another project. D, simply wait till inspiration comes back. E, none of the above. Please specify.
It'd be B, take a break. And come to think of it now, probably C, maybe do other work. So if I'm stuck on something, but I have like a few other things that also need doing, that I have the sort of brain power to do, then I might switch. But I think that when I have artist block, like really bad artist block, it most of the time helps to just sort of step away from it, go outside, go for a walk, watch a movie that'll make you cry, maybe.
That's a very good one. Very good one. Just to take you away completely out of the block space, isn't it?
Yeah. Just distract.
Yes.
For the time being.
Yes, and then sort of coming back from with a fresh mind. Yeah. Okay, so not a few drinks. Next question, do you have a recurrent theme? If yes, what is it? If no, why not?
Yes, I think there is a theme throughout my work, and it's I love painting goldfish, and I do love painting fish and things that have things that just have like a lot of detail in it, like the crease of a bird wing. But the theme, I think the theme in my work that's been you could say consistent, is that it's kind of like there's a bit of like a wayfaring theme. There's a start, there's a start and a finish, and there's usually a narrative in the work. And it follows, yeah, just some form of start and finish, or a journey, so to speak.
It's interesting. I mean, kind of a simple answer, but it's quite illuminating, because after hearing you, and I still sort of can straight away see your artwork, you know, I get a better idea. So it's very interesting. Next question, which of the following scenarios would annoy you? A, people misunderstand your work. B, your artwork is hung upside down by mistake. C, some viewers are critical of your works. D, someone you barely know asks you to draw a picture as a free gift.
Is it D?
Someone you barely know?
Yeah, asking for
drawing as a free gift?
Yes, it's definitely D of all of the above. Just because, yeah, it takes a long time and it happens so often. And yeah, I think, like, I also have a problem with saying no. I find it really hard to say no. So I always kind of get caught in these awkward situations. Awkward, frustrating situations.
Indeed, you are not the first one or the only one who picked a D, someone who barely know you and ask you for a drawing as a free gift. It's quite interesting. I think many people assume that art takes no effort. You know, art takes a lot of effort and a lot of talent and a lot of time as well. So yeah, just because you do it so well doesn't mean it doesn't take time. So yeah, it's interesting. It's good to bring that awareness to people. Next question, what is the constant challenge you face in your artistic creation? A, fear of failure. B, lack of financial support. C, too much fun. D, not enough time. E, constant disruptions.
It'd have to be D, not enough time. I think that's one thing that I personally struggle a lot with. I always seem to, yeah, just maybe not coordinate things so that I have time off, or yeah, not enough time. And you could say A as well, a bit of A, fear of failure. Not so much now, but definitely in the beginning, because it's a huge thing to decide to, you know, pursue art full time. There was always, you know, what if it doesn't work out, and what will people say in that sense? So.
Well, I suppose especially for you, because you do public murals, you know, so they're open to the public. So everyone has an opinion. So, and it has to be shown. Unlike some other work, if I don't like it, I may not show to people, but that you don't have a choice. So yeah, I would say that you're really courageous in doing that. Yes, it's really tough, but yeah, not enough time, and that might be a good thing. That means you have a lot of work, but you know, so
thick skin.
Yeah. Next one is, what matters to you? A, to be true to yourself. B, to be successful. C, to make a difference. D, to be happy. E, all of the above. F, none of the above. Please specify.
Probably A, to be true to yourself. I think that, yeah, with the whole idea of failure, I was saying you can't really fail. Well, yeah, you can't really fail if you're producing work that's from your heart, and that, you know, like within yourself to be true. So yeah, I think that I also, yeah, to be happy and also to make a difference, but more than those, just to be true to myself and not like detriment myself.
That makes a lot of sense. You know, you're saying this, yeah, that also giving you courage and confidence and strength to go on, because you have a belief in yourself. Yeah, and so, you know, to be true to yourself. Next one is a related question. Who do you think you are? A, determined. B, interesting. C, idealistic. D, focused, E, easygoing, F, other. Please specify.
Probably, was it D, easygoing?
Yes.
Yeah, D, easygoing, I've been told, because I asked my sisters which of the above am I most like, because I couldn't figure it out myself, and they all said easygoing, so I suppose I'm easygoing. Probably a little bit too easygoing.
No, you can't be too easygoing. Everyone loves
this world.
easygoing people, you know, so yeah, that's a wonderful, wonderful quality to have. And I suppose, you know, people born with it, like sometimes it's hard to change that. Yeah, it's a good one, good one. Next one, who is your favorite prime minister or politician in Australia? Please note, none is acceptable.
I'd probably have to say not none, but I'm so not politically aware. No, I don't really have one.
No interest or not engaged on that level. Yes, that's fair enough. Well, I suppose one day when one of your friends become prime minister, I'm sure you would be engaged. Yeah, so it'll be interesting. Hopefully that day will come. Next question is a fun question. What is your poison, meaning favorite beverage? A, tea, B, coffee, C, whisker or vodka, D, tap water, E, Milo, F, wine, G, milk bubble tea.
E, Milo. Yeah, it's we have a tradition at night that we just drink. Me and my sisters just drink Milo.
Yeah.
The start of the day we drink.
It's very good. See, for a reason I put the Milo there, and I'm pleased one of the artists picked the Milo, and that's you. Well, both of my children love the Milo, so you know it's good for a reason. Okay, next one. What did you listen to while working on your art during the lockdowns? A, classical music or jazz. B, Chinese traditional music like erhu or pipa. C, heavy metal. D, top chart pop music. E, industrial noise in the neighborhood. F, nagging from household members. G, silence.
I would probably choose everything but the industrial noise. It was a bit of everything. There was metal, classical, pop, nagging from household members. There was a lot of silence during lockdown, and even like a bit of the Chinese sort of trip hop version.
Good choice, good choice. Yes, and I think this says a lot. Next question, if you were a multi-billionaire, what would be your preferred mode of transport? A, private jet. B, bright red Mercedes with a 888 next to your initials in the register plate. C, latest electric scooter. D, public transport. E, mountain bike. F, just walk to get your 10,000 steps in.
Definitely the electric scooter. I mean, yeah, it's just because it's probably best for the environment of all those. Oh no, the walks and the mountain bike, but probably it's probably the electric scooter.
That's a good one. That's a good choice. It's a cool and climate friendly. Yes, indeed. My last question, COVID permitting, where would it be your dream destination of travel and why?
It'd have to be in New Zealand, in the South Island. My partner's from New Zealand, and we've pretty much just been trying to get down there since for the past 6 months. So that was on the top of the list.
Oh, good. I hope, and by the look of it, and hopefully New Zealand would be easier, you know, compared with other countries to get into, but who knows, they shut down more often than we do. So yes, hopefully you will get there. Thank you so much, Christina, for all your great answers. And, you know, as I said, this sort of a simple question or simple answers, but they do tell us a lot about you and about your artworks. We enjoyed it so much. Thank you so much, Christina.
Thank you, Jean. Thank you.
Bye.